Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. MTG Box Analysis here to take a look at Innistrad Midnight Hunt set boosters. We've got ourselves a fully sealed and intact box here, and in case you're wondering about the code, there it is, doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and crack open a whole bunch of Innistrad over the next 2 weeks in the lead up to Halloween. So bear with me as we kind of get a little bit spooky and a little bit scary on the channel. So let's crack it open. Let's see what kind of value we can find. Revisit the Innistrad block, or at least version 2 of the Innistrad block. Run through the full MTG box analysis and just kind of see maybe which one of these is the best set. I'd like to know your opinion. Which one do you think is holding the best value right now? Is it Midnight Hunt, or is it Crimson Vow, or is it Double Feature? Drop me a comment and let me know. A little bit of a spoiler, this set only has one card valued over $10. Crimson Vow, a couple more than that. But you never know what we're going to find on the list slot. You never know what kind of foils we're going to see. So let's just kind of go through it. All right, so we've got ourselves a non-signed art card with a beautiful foil plains to kick us off. Very cool. These are some iconic lands. Then we've got ourselves a stuffed bear, a candle trap, a shadow beast sighting, followed by tapping at the window. Then we've got ourselves a Grizzly Ghoul, followed by a Rite of Oblivion. Then a Bird Admirer, followed by a Lunarch Veteran. Then we've got a Shady Traveler in the showcase frame with a Memory Deluge coming in as our rare, followed by an Eaten Alive in foil. And then we're going to see ourselves a Bird Token. All right, so pack number 1 down. Nothing really to write home about. Memory Deluge, not valued over $1. At least it's not on my list. So another non-signed art card, followed by a Forest. Then we're going to see a Gavany Trapper, followed by a Duel for Dominance, a Howl of the Hunt, Stuffed Bear, Rite of Oblivion, Odric's Outrider. Then we're going to see ourselves another Bird Admirer, Lunarch Veteran, followed by a Dawnheart Wardens. And then we're going to see a Sigarda Savior coming in as a mythic hit here. Very cool to see this. Unfortunately, not a high-value mythic. And then we're going to see Triskaidekaphile, rare foil coming in. Very cool to see that. And then we've got ourselves a human in the back. Now, I'm going through the commons and uncommons because there are 3 uncommons valued over $1 in this set. So we're keeping an eye out for an Infernal Grasp, a Morbid Opportunist, or a Play with Fire. All right, so there's Rite of Oblivion right there in the art treatment with a non-foil plains. Then we get a Jack-o'-lantern. We're going to see the Evolving Wilds, Eccentric Farmer with a Return to Nature. Then we've got an Odric's Outrider with a Flesh Taker. And then we're going to see a Corpse Cobble, followed by a Hound Tamer. Then we get the Tavern Ruffian with a Curse of Silence coming in as our rare, followed by a Mounted Dread Knight in foil. And then, not a list card, we're going to see a blank in the back. So I thought I'd also take this time to, we're going through a set booster pack here. Set booster packs are going away for the play boosters in 2024. So what do you all think of that? We're going from 12 cards to 14, or if you're a draft pack opener, we're going from 15 to 14. The prices are going to be higher than that of set boosters. So essentially, we're going to see an overall rise in cost or an entry fee, right, for the game. So let me know what you think there. As far as I know, collector booster packs and boxes are not changing. Maybe we'll see a reduction in print. Never know. Got ourselves a Flesh Taker with another Corpse Cobble, Fangblade Brigand in Showcase with a Burly Breaker. Then we're going to see ourselves a Dawnheart Rejuvenator with a Reckless Storm Seeker. This is going to hold some value for us at just over $1. Then we're going to see ourselves a Revenge of the Drowned in foil with a non-token token in the back. So I'm a little indifferent right now. I really, the news is still relatively new. It's still kind of sinking in. I guess I'll be curious as to how much the price does increase for me, right? For my expenses depend on how much the boxes cost and how much I can recoup in singles card sales. So I'm a little nervous, but I think every game store out there is also a little bit nervous. All right, so another tapping at the window with a Startle. Then we're going to see a Blade Stitch Scab, followed by a Ghoulish Procession. Then we've got ourselves the Morbid Opportunist here. This is going to be an uncommon, currently valued over $1. Then we've got ourselves the Tireless Hauler with a Burly Breaker. followed by a Willow Geist. Then we're going to see ourselves a Valdarian Ambusher in foil with, we are going to see a list hit here. This is going to be from Commander 15. This is going to be Sleep. Very cool to see a list card. Those are also going to be in the play boosters. However, the pull rate on those, I think, is being altered. I don't recall right off the top of my head what it is. So we've got a non-signed art card with a forest. Then we're going to see the Might of Old Ways, followed by Clarion Cathars, Search Party Captain, followed by Gavany Silversmith with a Blade Stitch Scab, Ghoulish Procession. Then we're going to see the Tyler's Holler again with a Tavern Ruffian. And then we've got ourselves a Visions of Duplicity coming in from Commander, not a high value rare, followed by a Mask of Gizzlebrand. Then we've got ourselves a Blessed Defiance in foil with a Wolf token in the back. Did not pull the prices for the tokens, but I can't imagine with the box opening rate and print of this set that the tokens are going to have any value. But I'll put them on the screen if there are any currently valued over $1. From the Commander subset, we are looking for 3 cards. We're looking for Wilhelt, we're looking for Avacyn's Memorial, and Lind Cheerful Tormentor. So if we can find one of those 3 from the Commander slot, we've got a couple of bucks there. So we got a Revenge of the Drowned with a Drown Yard Amalgam, followed by a Falcon Abomination. Then we're going to see a Necrosynthesis, followed by a Vivisection. Then we got ourselves the Morning Patrol with another Tavern Ruffian. We're going to see the Harborside Infiltrator with a Hound Tamer. Then we've got Giza Glorious Resurrector coming in. This rare does hold a little bit of value for us. Then we get an Outland Liberator in foil with a zombie token in the back. So this week we'll be doing Crimson Vow, Midnight Hunt, and a bundle on Friday. And then next week we're going to be doing collector booster boxes and a box of double features. So more value coming from these 2 sets in the coming days. So we got an Unblinking Observer, followed by a Component Collector. Then we get an Organ Hoarder, followed by a Revenge of the Drowned. Another Morbid Opportunist, we'll take that with a Necrosynthesis, followed by an Ecstatic Awakener, followed by a Shady Traveler. Then we got the Candle Grove Witch with, there we go, Vadric Astral Archmage coming in as our rare, with a Falconwrath Performer coming in as our foil, with a Fractured Power Stone coming in off of the list. Very cool. All right, so we're up to 2 list cards there, and we're not even through stack number 1. I wonder if we're going to see 6 or 7 list cards in this box. It's been a really long time since I've opened up a set booster, so I'm not sure. I don't recall the pull rates off the top of my head, but we'll be covering them in the analysis. All right, we got the Mountain with the Cathar Commando, followed by the Sun Gold Barrage, the Silver Bolt. Then we've got Abandon the Post, Scab Wrangler, followed by an Ominous Roost. Then we got a Faithful Mending, followed by a Bird Admirer, this time in Showcase, with a Fangblade Brigand. They're going to see a Graveyard Trespasser coming in as our rare. I think there's a little mess up on the bottom of that card. Then we got ourselves a Tavern Ruffian with a Beast token in the back. All right, final pack, stack number 1. All right, still no signed art card, followed by a Foil Mountain. Very cool. Then we've got ourselves a Flip the Switch, followed by Secrets of the Key, a Consider. Unfortunately, Consider has dropped down below $1. I'm still going to put it in the cool pile. Then we've got ourselves a Vivisection, Scab Wrangler, the Burly Breaker, Tavern Ruffian, Blade Brand Scoundrel with a Visions of Glory coming in from the Commander subset. Again, not one of the ones we're looking for. But we are going to see Lear, Disciple of the Drowned. This mythic right here is going to hold some value for us, valued over $5. Very cool. And then we're going to see ourselves and Abandon the Post in foil with another blank card. Tricked me. I thought we were going to have another list card. All right, so we're up to 2 mythics so far. 2 cards off of the list. No signed art card. That's all right. We've got ourselves Plains with a Drown Yard Amalgam, followed by a Falcon Abomination, Flip the Switch. Then we've got a Secrets of the Key, Phantom Carriage, followed by a Root Coil Creeper. Then we're going to see an Ecstatic Awakener, Tireless Hauler, followed by a Burly Breaker. And then we're going to see ourselves a Fateful Absence, followed by a Hobbling Zombie and a Vampire token in the back. So if I didn't mention it earlier, the one card valued over $10 is going to be the Meat Hook Massacre. It's dropped all the way down to $27 in standard frame. So, but still, we want to see one. All right, so we've got ourselves a Forest, followed by a Lambholt Harrier, Pax Betrayal. Then we're going to see ourselves a Bounding Wolf with an Ominous Roost, followed by a Faithful Mending, Gale Drifter. Then we're going to see the Bird Admirer, Harvestside Infiltrator, Dawnheart Rejuvenator, with a Can't Stay Away coming in as our rare. And then we're going to see ourselves a Clear Shot with a Day versus Night minigame in the back. All right, messed up my piles a little bit. In fact, let me go ahead and take half a second here and just restack that up, clean up things. And there's no pull tabs on these. These were printed in the U.S. Another non-signed art card with a swamp. Then we're going to see the Celestis Sanctifier, followed by a Crossroads Candlekeep, Devious Cover-Up, Geistwave with a Witherthorn Blessing. Then we've got Turn the Earth with a Mysterious Tome, Shady Traveler, Tavern Ruffian, and then we're going to see ourselves a Shipwreck Marsh coming in from the Land Cycle. This is valued just over $3. Awesome to see that. Oh, look at that. We got ourselves a back-to-back Shipwreck Marsh pack. Very cool. So double land there. And we are even going to see a Call of Nightwing coming in off of the list. All right. So I think that was a pretty decent pack. As any follower of the channel knows, you know I like my lands. You'll never find a land for sale on my TCG Player site. I hoard the lands. All right, so we've got ourselves a mountain with another Consider. Not sure where Consider is. I know it is less than $1, but it could still be 75 cents or so I'm just separating it. So we've got the Sanctifier with the Candle Guide, followed by the Phantom Carriage. Then we've got the Root Coil Creeper with the Bait Hook Angler, Mysterious Tome, followed by the Painter. And then we're going to see a Visions of Ruin coming in from the Commander set, followed by a Storm the Festival. And then we're going to see a Shadow Beast sighting with Into the Story Horror Edition as a minigame. All right, still no signed art card. Super weird. I know they're not high value or whatnot, but Sorin in art form is valued over $10 if you get the signed version or the gold stamp version. So we got a Plains with a Pestilent Wolf, followed by a Snarling Wolf. Then we're going to see a Blessed Defiance with a Rise of the Ants, Broodweaver. Then we're going to see a Bait Hook Angler with a Shady Traveler. Then we got a Harvestside Infiltrator with a Bane Blade Scoundrel. And our rare is going to be Denic Pious Apprentice with a Harvestside Sentry coming in foil and another blank card. I think we're right at about the halfway point here. Only 2 mythics so far in this box. That means that maybe we'll see more because we haven't seen all of them yet, I would assume, unless we got the worst box ever. So we got Shipwreck Sifters with a Plummet, followed by the Storm Rider Spirit, Soul Guide Griff with a Thabian Exorcism. Then we're going to see the Witherthorn Blessing with a Turn the Earth. Then we're going to see ourselves the Shady Traveler with a Tireless Hauler. And we're going to see a Grafted Identity coming in as our rare with a Covetous Castaway in foil and a bird token in the back. All right, still no signed art card. It's just so weird for a set booster box not to have one at least halfway through. So we've got the Swamp in foil with a Devious Cover-Up, Geistwave, followed by Shipwreck Sifters. Then we're going to see ourselves a Plummet with a Dryad's Revival, Dualcraft Trainer with a Tireless Hauler, Spellrune Painter, the Bird Admirer yet again. Do we have a playset yet? And then we are going to see Lord of the Forsaken coming in as a mythic here. Unfortunately, Lord of the Forsaken, not a high value mythic. And then we're going to see ourselves a Stuffed Bear with a Mystics of Ismagus coming in off of the list, a mythic there as well. Although I believe that has been reprinted a couple of times since Midnight Hunt, so the value on that probably isn't as great as it was when this set first came out. Maybe I'll try and find a price trend and put it on the screen. So we got the Swamp with the Flare of Faith, Candle Grove Witch, followed by the Hedgewick's Mask, Ritual Guardian, Rise of the Ants. Then we're going to see the Brood Weaver, followed by Keswick Naturalist with a Shady Traveler. And we are going to see a Deserted Beach in Borderless. Very nice to see that. The Deserted Beach is valued at just over $7. The Haunted Ridge is the land to go for in this set. But we are going to see a second Triskaideka file coming in as a rare with a Gavany Trapper and a Clue token. All right, nice. I like getting 3 lands. I know both the Shipwreck Marsh and the Deserted Beach have been reprinted since the set, so their value has dropped. Got ourselves the Forest with a Locked in the Cemetery, followed by a Duress. Then we're going to see Olivia's Midnight Ambush with a Mounted Dread Knight, Vampiric Interloper, Loyal Griff with a Borrowed Time. Then we'll see the Candle Grove Witch with a Dawnheart Mentor. And our rare is going to be a Pithing Needle coming in. Not a high value, with a Vivisection and an Elemental in the back. All right, final pack in number 2. So this is pack number 20. I can get it open. There we go. All right, so we finally have a signed art card. I can finally feature an artist, and it's an actual signature, or it's an actual drawn-out gold stamp as opposed to just the Wizards logo. And this is Insectile Aberration by Matt Stewart. So thank you very Matt for your contribution to the game and lending Wizards your signature. All right, so we got ourselves a Storm Rider Spirit with a Soul Guide Griff. Then we've got a 3B an Exorcism, a Duress, followed by a Dryad's Revival. Then we get a Dual Craft Trainer with a Mystic Skull. Then we're going to see the Outland Liberator with a Tavern Ruffian, and our rare is going to be a Florian Valdarian Scion coming in. Then we've got a Festival Crasher with an Invisible Stalker coming in off of the list. Very cool. All right, so that's 5 list cards. Doing pretty good in that particular slot. No idea what any of them are worth. There's thousands of cards on the list. I do know that the signed art cards of the basic lands, and this happens to be a forest, are actually a little bit valuable. That's pretty cool. They're back to back, and that happens to be the foil. You don't see that every day. Then we get ourselves a Sea Zombie with a Hobbling Zombie. Then we're going to see Crawl from the Cellar with a Rotted Reunion, with a Cathartic Pyre. Then the Thermo Alchemist with a Tavern Ruffian. Then we get the Tireless Hauler, the Shady Traveler, and our rare is going to be a Brutal Cathar. This is also going to hold some value, just over $1, with a Homestead Courage and a Human in the back. All right, still only at 3 mythics plus our 1 list hit mythic. All right, another non-signed. Behind that is a Mountain. Then we got ourselves a Blood Pact with a Morcut Behemoth, Larder Zombie, the Sea Zombie, the Sacred Fire, Putrefying Dragon with a Harvestside Infiltrator, the Village Watch, Tireless Hauler, and then we're going to see a Croaking Counterpart coming in as our rare with a Bird Admirer in foil. And we get the Vampire. So if we didn't already have enough Bird Admirers, we now have one in foil. Has anyone ever used the Bird Admirer in a deck, even in a draft, like when you're kind of forced to? All right, so we get ourselves the Swamp with the Search Party Captain, followed by the Gavany Silversmith. Then we get the Cathar Commando, Sun Gold Barrage, Arcane Infusion, Seize the Storm. Then we're going to see a Chaplain of Alms with a Lunarch Veteran, Harvestside Infiltrator, and we're going to see Slogurk the Overslime coming as our rare with a Timberland Guide in foil, and we're going to see another list card, Moldervine Reclamation, just an uncommon coming in from M20. All right. All right, we got ourselves another signed art card. That's actually pretty sweet right there. Love that signature. Let's go ahead and feature the artist and the card. So that is going to be the Valdarian Stinger by Martina Fakarova. Very cool. Thank you very much for drawing that art and bringing our game to life. All right, so we've got ourselves an Eaten Alive with a Diregraphed Horde. Then we're going to see a No Way Out, followed by a Path to the Festival, Cathartic Pyre, with a Thermo Alchemist, Vengeful Strangler. Then we've got the Kessig Naturalist with a Wilhelt the Rock Cleaver coming in, Mythic from Commander. As I mentioned, this is one of the ones that we were looking for. This is valued at almost $3. Very cool. And we're going to see a Geist Flame Reservoir coming in as our main set rare with a Dryad's Revival and the Horror Edition minigame. So we still haven't seen any triple rare packs, which you can do. You just need essentially a special frame, a list card, and then to get it in the main mythic slot. All right, non-signed art card, followed by the Island. Then we get the Hobbling Zombie with a Crawl from the Cellar. These cards kind of stick together. Rotted Reunion, Eaten Alive, Storm Skrillex. Then we get the Lunar Frenzy, the Tireless Hauler with the Village Watch. And we're going to see the Dawnheart Wardens with an Angel Fire Ignition as our rare with a Rotted Reunion foil and a blank card in the back. No list card. All right, so we're down to 5 packs here. Still no Meat Hook Massacre. But if we can get another land or two, we might be okay value-wise. All right, we're going to kick this one off with a Forest, and then we're going to see the Silver Bolt, followed by Abandon the Post, Lambholt Harrier, Pax Betrayal, with the Arcane Infusion, Seize the Storm. Then we've got ourselves Storm Skrillex with a Chaplain of Alms, followed by a Morning Patrol. And then we're going to see a Galvanic Iteration coming in, value just over $1, with a Fateful Absence coming in as a foil rare. And then we got ourselves a Clue. So I believe that's our first, maybe second foil rare of the box. All right, another non-signed art card with a foil Island. Then we're going to see ourselves the Festival Crasher, followed by the Brimstone Vandal. And we've got Immolation with Burn the Accursed, followed by a Moon Silver Key, Obsessive Astronomer. And then we got the Vengeful Strangler, the Kessig Naturalist, Dawnheart Rejuvenator with Tollivar's Huntmaster coming in as our rare, with a Ritual Guardian as our foil, and a Resurrection coming in from Ultimate Masters as our list hit here, just a common. All right, so we are up to 3, 6, 7 cards from the list. I think we're up to 4 or 5 from Commander, 2 signed art cards, and 3 packs to go. So we've got the Plains, followed by No Way Out. Then we got Path to the Festival, Festival Crasher, Brimstone Vandal, the Lunar Frenzy, followed by the Moon Silver Key again. Very cool. Shady Traveler with a Tavern Ruffian, Harvestside Infiltrator, and we're going to see Sereneth the Viper's Fang coming in. Does hold some value, just over $2, with a foil Startle and a non-token token in the back. All right, 2 packs to go, and then we'll jump straight into the MTG box analysis. Beautiful non-signed art card there. Love that art. Then we've got ourselves a Mountain with a Bounding Wolf, followed by a Persistent Wolf, a Snarling Wolf. Then we're going to see the Blessed Defiance with a Firmingent Sage, Nettlegast Intruder, Dissipate, followed by the Ruffian with the Witch. And our rare is going to be Old Sticky Fingers with a foil Showcase Shady Traveler. And we're going to see that human in the back. All right, final set booster pack of the box. Will this be where all the value is? Or is it only right there in the land cycle? All right, so no signed art card. Can't feature the artist. Just my rule. We've got a Swamp with a Raise the Effigy, with a Defense Straight, Unruly Mob, Obsessive Astronomer. Then we're going to see the Ferment Sage, followed by a Tireless Hauler, a Hound Tamer. Then we've got a Visions of Dread coming in from Commander. Okay, so we're going to see a double rare pack, followed by a Visions of Glory, so a double from the Commander side. All right, so we are going to say a triple rare pack. Very cool. Unfortunately, it's just going to have Catilda the Dawnheart Prime, less than $1 right there, with a search party captain and an uncommon Unleavened Mysteries. Would have been cool if that was a rare, and then we could have said we got a quad rare pack. All right, so give me just a moment. I'll get everything sorted, organized, and be right back with the MTG box analysis. Let's kick things off with a look at the cards that we were eligible to see versus the cards we actually saw. Using this chart, we can see the cards that we could potentially acquire from the main set marked in gray, the actual foils we pulled in orange, and the non-foils in green. In the non-foil space, we saw between 31 and 51 cards for each of Magic's 5 colors, plus one borderless card. When it comes to the foils, we saw between 3 and 7 cards for each of Magic's colors, for a variance of 4. The box also contained 2 foil and 49 non-foil showcase cards. Moving in the coverage of the set, in the non-foil space, we saw 184 of the 325 cards that we were eligible to see, giving us 57% coverage. Our highest coverage among the primary colors of Magic was in blue with 71%. And in the foil space, we saw 35 of the 325 cards, giving us just 11% coverage. This time around, our highest coverage among the primary colors of Magic was in green with 17%. Pivoting to coverage by rarity, in today's box we saw 82% of the commons and 59% of the uncommons that we were eligible to see in non-foil. We also saw 28 of the 88 rares for 32% coverage and 3 of the 27 mythics for 11% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 20% of the commons, 6% of the uncommons, along with 3 rares for 3% coverage. Add in the 5 rares and 1 mythic that we saw from the Commander subset, and the 1 mythic that we saw from the list, and this box contained 36 rares and 5 mythics in 30 packs. From a duplication standpoint, this box was pretty heavy with duplication across most of the set categories. In total, we ended up seeing 109 of the cards repeated 135 times for a duplication rate of 38%. Before getting into the value of today's set booster box, let's take a look at the current set value. This chart shows all 325 cards from the Midnight Hunt set using non-foil market prices as of October 21st, 2023. Currently, the set features a single card valued over $10, and it's the Meat Hook Massacre, which is valued at $27.64. There's also 15 cards in the main set, valued between $5 and $10, and 33 cards valued between $1 and $5. The other 276 cards in the set are currently valued under $1. Now, if you were to add up the value of all 325 cards that you can pull from a set booster pack, you'd have a combined market value of $235.83. Now let's recap the actual observed value in today's box, starting off with a look at the non-foils. Unfortunately, we did not see the Meat Hook Massacre today, and we only saw 2 of the 15 cards in the $5 to $10 range. They were the Lear Disciple of the Drowned, valued at $5.94, and the Borderless Deserted Beach, valued at $7.33. The box also contained 8 cards valued between $1 and $5. The other 309 non-foils from the main set are currently valued less than $1. In the foil space, we did about the same. However, we only saw 35 cards, so seeing 2 cards valued between $5 and $10 was pretty good. We saw the Triskaideka file valued at $5.05 in foil, as well as the Shipwreck Marsh valued at $5.21. We also picked up 1 foil valued over $1. The other 32 foils that we saw are currently valued less than $1. So how did this box perform? Well, I purchased this box from Amazon during this month's Prime Day sale for $74.99. The current market price for these boxes as of October 21st is $79.32. The Midnight Hunt Set Booster Box contains 30 packs with 12 cards each, allowing you to see 360 cards plus art cards, tokens, and cards from the list. The 2 signed and 28 non-signed art cards, along with the 13 tokens, have a total combined value of $4.43. The 6 cards that we pulled from the Commander subset have a combined market value of $5.23, and the 8 list hits have a combined value of $4.16. From the main set, the 30 basic lands are currently valued at $11.33. The 190 commons that we saw have a market value of $7.56, and the 100 uncommons that we saw are valued at $11.10. The 31 main set rares are currently valued at $40.41, and the 3 mythics that we pulled are valued at $6.79. Add it all up, and the grand total for this box comes up to be $91.01 in card market value, which is a gain of $16.02 for me, and means that I saw a return of 121% of my purchase price in card value. Now, for those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 7 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined value of $32.27, which means that those 7 cards represent 41% of the total box value. Overall, this wasn't that great of a box. It contained very little value and only 3 main set mythics. Now be sure to subscribe to the channel to watch me crack open even more boxes from the Innistrad block over the next 8 days. Until next time, do something amazing. Get early access to videos, download the analysis for every box open on the channel, and personally DM me, just like these fine people, all by becoming a member of the channel through YouTube or over at mtgboxanalysis.com. You'll find links in the description. Until next time, do something amazing.